We are Dancers with Kobolds, and tonight we are playing Legacy of the Crystal Shard. Before we begin, please take a look in our doobly-doo down below, where you will find a link to our Extra Life page and to our sister shows and our Discord. With that, take it away, Patrick.
Thank you, Stephanie. Welcome, everyone, to session 14 of Legacy of the Crystal Shard. Joining me tonight are...
Howdy, folks. My name is Chris. I'm playing Radigan Conover, a human artificer, and currently feeling right as rain.
Hi, everyone. I'm Tara, and I am playing Cithrin, a Dragonborn fighter, also known as the Sin of Luskan.
I am Brendan, and I will be playing the Great Ezekiel, a half-elven bard of the College of Lore.
Hi, Ian here, and I'll be playing Augustus Constantine, the Centaur Forge Cleric.
I'm Stephanie, and I am playing Cassandra, Fangirl and Divination Wizard.
Last session, our party fought dwarven zombies out on the tundra as they returned to the Evermelt hot spring. Once they got back to the hot spring, they convinced King Yarund to reach out to the other tribes and to join forces against those that seemed to be opposing them and trying to take over their lands. Then in the evening, Ezekiel, Cithrin, with aid from Gus and everyone else, were finally able to rid Radigan of his black ice clasp, which Gus finally threw into his forge and found that it took an extreme amount of heat to destroy just this tiny little piece. The next morning, you went to Kelvin's cairn to visit the dwarves and to see what was going on with all this black ice and where it seemed to be coming from. You easily seemed to convince the guards to let you in and found a giant empty dwarven enclave, basically. The halls sort of rang empty as you walked through. Eventually, you were led into a chamber where you met Master Beric Hammerstone, who ranted about 10 town spies and needing to arm the dwarves to guard against an invasion by these people who would want their black ice weapons and armor. And alongside him, you also saw Batcha there as his advisor, clearly having made a deal with Valish Gaunt of Bryn Shander. And after Beric ranted on for a while about the spread of the black ice, selling a ship ram, and how Kessel is spreading out the rest, Batcha surprisingly stabbed him, not killing him, as she said she was corrupted and not evil, and then she revealed herself to instead be one of your allies that you had met in Bryn Shander, as you know, she revealed herself to be the harper known as Beldora. And as this happened, you also realized that Helda Silverstream had been held captive there, and you, Gus, along with one of the other dwarves, moved to free her. Cassandra, you knelt over the form of Beric and began removing the black ice plate armor that he was wearing. Duma and Cithrin moved down to the main doors as the sound of screams and moans started sort of wafting in through, and peering out into the hallway, you saw that the halls have become infested with slowly moving, shambling zombies. And hands began sort of pushing and buckling at the other doors that lead into this chamber. Smashing the doors closed, Cithrin then emptied her water skin along the floor and lower half of the door, and using her ice breath, froze the door shut, which she gets inspiration for.
Yay, thank you.
And it also starts this timed round now of zombie-proofing your surroundings, as you can see hands and eyes start appearing at the 4 doors. And you can see they are starting to sort of push and buckle as the previously fortified doors are slowly starting to give. So to start with, I need everyone to roll me some initiative, please.
1.
Oof.
Loneliest number.
Hey, Nabil.
Hey guys, sorry I just
Hello.
got in here. Hello,
That's
sorry
okay.
for coming in late.
Hey,
At
who
least
are
you
you?
made
And
it.
who are you playing?
Yes, who is this mysterious new player?
Oh, a Smiley. Oh wait, I'm coming. I'm Duma. Hi guys, Duma. I'm stumbling over my own words.
It's okay.
Sorry, I'm just trying to log in quick.
He's internet sensation Nabil.
In Bizarro Land.
You're not really a Bill?
Nah, I'm
No,
Liban.
Bizarro Land, he's Nabil with a mustache. And he twirls it a lot.
With the evil mustache and the black cape and a top hat.
Yes, but it turns out that's actually the good Nabil, and you're the evil one.
Wow, I'm the asshole. I never figured. Okay, I'll just never figured. Okay, I'm just gonna do a quick initiative.
All right, as this is happening, so you see these doors are being sort of buckled and pushed. So what you can do are use, your various skills such as, athletics. If you have any type of, I would even say, you'd be able to use basic, use of any of the skills that you think can be handy if you had any kind of stonework or crafting that way. You might be able to figure out a way to better buttress things. You might be able to use religion to speak to the gods of the dwarves to try and aid yourselves through here. So you can use a variety of things like that, any of these sort of primary skills. And with that, the first up is, in fact, Beldora. And Beldora will, scanning off to this side, she will yell to you, Ezekiel, to just to shore up this door over here. And she is going to tell you, to use some of the sort of fallen rocks or materials that are beside you, which is going to give you or whomever uses that advantage on their skill check, as that is her ability for this. Next up is, in fact, the great Ezekiel.
How tall is this statue?
That statue is about 12 feet tall.
And how well built does it look like? Does it look secure?
It looks very secured and very heavy. It is a large stone statue.
All right, I will not try and pull that down then.
It would take a couple of people to probably move that.
All right.
You do see there are wooden bookcases. You see there's various types of sort of rubble. And these doors, you can see, have been previously sort of nailed or barred shut. So you might even just be able to fix and, strengthen things that way.
All right. The great Ezekiel is going to... I have 8 strength. Gonna start trying to push or grab handfuls of this rubble near him and push it over to this door.
All right, give me an athletics check then with advantage. And I will say, Cithrin, your move down at the main doors counts for 2 successes.
Sorry, you cut out there. What?
7.
Your move down at the main doors counts as 2 successes.
Okay.
7. So you start pushing this rubble in, but unfortunately, just starting to squeeze through these doors come 3 fairly armored-looking zombies that are sort of shambling in, and then one much more heavily armored. It's even still wearing like pieces of chainmail and things like that, and it looks a little more put together than the other 3.
All right, that is my
as they
turn.
manage to.
Oh, sorry.
They manage to just push their way in through the door.
All right, I will bonus action inspire Radigan then if they're already in the room.
Sure. Yeah, they just managed to start sort of pushing and forcing their way through. So you have inspired Radigan. Cassandra, as you are removing Barrick's armor, you find around his neck there is a leather cord, at the end of which is a micro shard of this dark black stone-looking material. It's not the same as the black ice, it just seems to absorb all the light around it, but it's just this tiny, tiny shard that he is wearing against his skin.
Can I do an Arcana check to figure out what it is?
Yes? Thinking back to the stories that you were told and looking at this, you can tell this appears to be some very powerful magical material, and it looks like it might actually be a tiny shard of the actual sort of crystal shard that you heard the evil wizard had used about 100 years ago to raise his army. And as you are looking at it, not even whispers, but just flashes start coming to you, almost subconsciously, but you see yourself casting these wondrous, great, powerful spells that you don't know yet, but clearly it is showing you something.
Is it me that's doing it, or is it like I'm watching someone else do it?
It is you doing it, but you are seeing yourself cast these incredibly powerful arcane spells that you've only seen great masters at your academies do.
Do I think it's showing me what I want, and it's going to try and entrap me and make me go crazy like this guy? Or... Or it could give me magical power.
She is talking to her shoulders again.
What?
Didn't we learn anything from Radigan? This is out of character.
No, I was making a joke about you're talking to your angel and your demon.
Free action. Hey, don't touch that darn thing.
I'm not gonna touch the actual thing, however, we'll remove it from his neck with my mage hand if necessary.
Can
So
you
that way I'm not...
hand that door clear?
Well, I'm trying to... I'm working over here.
You guys aren't really paying attention to what she's doing. You guys have other things on your mind.
Yeah, like not being eaten by zombies.
As I'm taking it off, and because my attention was brought to this, I want to just quickly kind of just, instead of using mage hand, I'm going to use like a stick and just take this off his head. And then with the door, shit, what am I going to do with the door?
You spent your turn making an Arcana check.
Really?
Yes. Trust me, what you just found was pretty important. I was kind of shocked that you took his armor off.
Of course I did.
Oh my
Lord.
god. He's unconscious. He can't consent.
Dead.
I'm not doing the bad, horrible things to him.
Oh my god, it's that creepy police officer from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh no.
In her defense,
no.
it is easier to like tie him up and subdue him if he doesn't have his armor or his weapons.
Yeah, he is currently unconscious, but yeah, you are able to use, just sort of the back edge of one of your wands and lift this sort of necklace off around his neck.
Hey guys, I figured out this really cool thing. Guys, why aren't you guys
Zombies!
listening to me? I'll bomb them later. Alright, that's the end of my turn then, I guess.
All right. Duma, you see that Sithrin has barricaded these doors that you managed to slam shut. You do see that the doors back here are also starting to sort of buckle, and there are zombie hands and eyes that are starting to press through. What would you like to do?
All right. before I do anything else, just a couple of quick questions I need clarifications on. Just above me, what is this? Is this a pile of stone? I'm just hold on. I'm probably this one. Is this a pile of bricks or stone?
That is a pile of rubble that seems to have collapsed from the ceiling somewhat. This is a large sort of well or pit, and these are flaming braziers.
Braziers. And
And
I don't know,
these are wooden bookshelves.
Wooden bookshelves. Okay. Now, I'm not going to make it in time. I was thinking of using them to barricade one of the doors, but it's going to take me at least a couple of turns to do that. Alright, so I can make it over here. Okay. What I want am I able to see from where I am the doors, either on the left and right, doesn't matter. Do they have anything that looks like a latch that you can put through, like a steel rod through or a wooden rod through to make sure it doesn't open?
It looks like they've had boards and other items that have been sort of nailed across them to hold things up. You do get the sense that you could probably, jam your weapon or something like that in them. You don't see any sort of iron rods or anything like that lying around necessarily.
Okay. So I am going to use one of my weapons to shut the doors. Don't want to throw away my great axe of warning. So I'll move over here to the door on the left, and I'm gonna take I do have a maul. Oh, I still have a maul. Okay, I am going to take my weapon maul and shove it through the latch to keep it from opening. Do I have to roll anything for that?
Yeah, it's still a contested strength check as you're trying to sort of shove them back so you can force this into the latch. So you can give me an athletics check. That is more than enough to beat their 19. They rolled high for that one, but with their strength, it was lowered down much less than that. So yeah, you are able to push this door and get your maul sort of barred across it, and so they are still jamming up against it, but none of them managed to get in at this point.
Okay, does it look like it's going to hold for at least a couple of rounds or more, or less?
It looks like it's holding for now.
For now, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm probably sacrificing my maul for this one, but that's my action for this round.
Okay. Radigan.
Okay, well, I was going to go run and barricade, but we've got other problems right now. So I'm going to go around behind the Great Ezekiel or push past him, hop up on this big pile of rubble here. Spend an action summoning a turret into this space right here. Actually, no, this space right here. Oh, excellent. So it'll be right there. And the turret that I have summoned looks a little different. It's got a little pilot light on the front of it. And it does this in a 15-foot cone.
All right.
That is a dex save, not a strength. Allow me to fix that.
All right. And if it's half damage. All right. The 3 zombies are just obliterated. They just absolutely evaporate upon the first sort of hit of this. It doesn't look like they have very much life or health in them at all. The stronger looking one, though, does manage to sort of duck and avoid. It still does get hit, but it is still standing.
All right. And as a bonus action, actually, no, that was my bonus action, making it fire. Okay. Fair enough. So that was my action. That was my bonus action. That's me.
All right, that takes us to Sithrin.
Do I see if Duma has a weapon or not?
You see, I mean, Duma still does have his great axe, but yeah, you
Okay.
saw him shove his maul into the door, and so this door over here is still sort of buckling. And roll me a quick perception check.
Okay. Perception. I don't want to use my advantage just yet.
All right. Yep. So you see that this door is buckling and has zombies pushing through as well.
Okay. How tall are these bookcases?
The bookcases are about 6 feet tall.
Not going to be much of an obstacle if I knock them down. Yeah, because I'll still be able to get around them. And this is a brazier. Is it like attached to the floor, or like can I knock it over?
You think you could knock it over?
Okay, I will. Any wood or kindling else around that I see? Just stone.
You see stone. I mean, there are wooden boards and things like that slabbed across the doors already that have been nailed in. So it looks like this might not be the first time something like this has happened here.
Okay, so let's see if I have enough movement for this. I will have. Okay, I can go here. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to try and grab the brazier and, like, how big is it? Like, it looks pretty heavy, right?
Moderately heavy. I mean, it's a good 4 feet sort of across in diameter. So I mean, it's giving off a lot of heat and a fair bit of light.
And there's a fire in it, like an actual like wood burning fire.
It looks like it's some sort of wood and or charcoal. So it's a very long, slow burning thing, but it gives off a fair number of light with very little smoke.
Perfect. I may not be able to do this all in one go, but I want to grab the brazier and throw it at the door to, so the fire is like at the door and it starts burning it.
This is the first feminist.
All right, roll me an attack against the door as you're going to try and sort of dexterously pick this up and sort of fling it across the door.
Was that just a straight D20 with my strength, or?
Yeah.
D20. I may roll advantage. Yeah, I'm going to roll that again. Use my. Oh no! You suck.
That's still an 11. So I mean, you scatter the brazier across the floor. It does manage to. You had to beat a 10 with that, so it does manage to even sort of spark and light up the door. So the door is still starting to catch fire.
Perfect.
You do, however, hear coming from behind you
hells.
The sort of sound of sort of shuffling and groaning, and climbing out of here, you see a couple of zombies.
God damn it.
There goes our escape.
And that was my action because I was hoping I could throw some oil on it, but I think that's going to be another action, won't it?
That would be another action.
Yeah. Balls. All right.
Actually, no.
Like basically uncorking
oil out.
Yeah, just like uncorking it and like chucking it at the fire.
Give me a dexterity check. I want to see if you have the speed to do this. I might allow that as a bonus action.
Nope.
You're able to get it out and you uncork it, but the zombies coming out of this pit behind you distract you enough that you do not have time to throw it.
Well, we know what I'm doing next time as a free action. That's pretty much my movement, so I'm just going to stay here.
All right. I should roll these guys into initiative. They might want to do something.
No, it's okay.
No, they don't. They're cool. They're good.
They're chill zombies,
Yeah, they're chill.
All right. I was last week. I was trying to get Helda out, right?
You had just opened the doors, so
Oh,
she
nice.
is about ready to come out. Before that happens, though, this guy is going to. Well, technically, the closest to him is going to be this guy. So let's see what happens.
Timothy.
We're very attached to this guard.
I wouldn't get too attached. That is a. You see this, spectral sort of zombie pull out this massive longsword and hack across, and this dwarf unfortunately is no more. He takes enough damage to go down. He's basically a commoner, so
Timmy,
not too much damage. Helda will shove past you, come out here. She will grab that dwarf's mace, and she is going to swing at this zombie. That is going to be a 23. So yeah, so she smashes into him, and you can see, part of his armor sort of buckles and caves, but it is still alive. Augustus.
Okay, well, I'm going to try what you suggested earlier. And I will go to the forge and look deeply into it in a sign and loudly start to pray. Moradin, there is a darkness in your city. Help us cast it out.
All right, roll me a religion check, please.
It says I have inspiration. Do those things roll over? Because I might have got one a long time ago and never
We had
used
a last
it.
session.
Yeah, they
so I
roll
can still
over.
use it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna, and I'll use the inspiration. All right, let's roll. Yep, good. Inspiration is a reroll, not a advantage, right?
It's advantage.
It's advantage.
Oh, motherfucker.
Moradin does not hear your cries, unfortunately. And
He's on collect call.
yeah.
Yeah, I should have did a collect call. Zombies in the house.
Clink.
Yeah, and with that, coming through, it's going to be down here. Nice.
Would have dropping like a block of incense in given me any kind of bonus?
No, you already had advantage.
Yeah. And done. There's nothing. Nobody's been hit by the zombies yet.
That is correct.
Yeah, then I will save my bonus action and done.
All right. Beldora will leap across here, and she will swing twice, which takes out two of these guys. And that takes us to Cassandra.
Still AFK. I think I can hear her coming down. 1 sec.
Also, I think I was ahead of her in the initiative order before you reset.
Are now.
You are both at 19.14.
Steph's coming down still, so do the Great Ezekiel first.
All right, Great Ezekiel.
I specifically wanted to go first because she said she told everyone, like she said she found something.
She did?
Yes.
All right, then the Great Ezekiel will yell at Cassandra, "Get rid of it! Throw it into the fire!" And then use his axe. He's going to move like this. And give the help action to whoever next tries to do something with this door to fix it. Ezekiel wants to help.
All right. Cassandra. So Ezekiel has just yelled at you to throw it into the fire. And you can see that a couple of zombies have crashed through the door here to your left. Beldora just took out two of them, but they are still moving forward.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, and I will throw it into the fire.
All right. You toss it into the fire, and as you do so, you actually these visions, just as you're moving towards it, as you're sort of raising it towards the fire, just become incredibly, sort of clear and strong. And you get this overwhelming sense of regret as you do it. Give me a charisma saving throw, please.
No, don't Frodo this. Gollum saved the day.
Gollum died.
Saving the day. Gollum
Yeah.
was a paladin.
You go to throw it in, and you just realize you are still holding on to the leather strap as you try and let it go.
I need to let it go. Let it go. I can't hold back anymore.
So yes, Gus, you see Cassandra run over and make a throwing motion, but what you see swing out of her hand, you see this, black shard sort of fly forward, but she's still holding the leather strap in her hand.
And this was the day what's the line?
The
Something
strength
of
The
men.
strength
Strength of men failed.
I'm a half elf.
Strength of men failed, Neo.
Duma, you have just barred this door, and you can hear zombies starting to come out of this well here in the center of the room.
All right, so I turn around, I see them, and then
I swear, I thought he was going to say, oh, well.
Duma doesn't do puns. He
Duma
doesn't want to.
shrugs.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be pun-ish.
I think Duma could be pretty punny if he wanted to.
Just knock him into the wall.
Okay. So, I get there as fast as I can. I draw my shield and a silver longsword. And yeah, I'm going to start swinging for the first one.
That is a hit, and it disintegrates upon your hitting it.
Ooh, dusty. All right. So I'm just going to check. That's 20. I can move a couple more feet, and then that's it for me for this round.
All right. And as you are going, you can hear sort of climbing up behind them another one of these more heavily armored ones. Radigan.
Okay. The fine robot companion is going to step back a little bit and give the armored one another burst of flamethrower, and he gets to save versus that. And then Radigan is going to run past the fire and attempt to barricade the door.
With advantage.
Yeah, with advantage.
Ideally with
That
advantage.
is a failure. This guy catches fire and starts shrieking, but is still standing.
Excellent. So out come the woodcarver's tools the carpenter's tools, and I'm going to attempt to barricade the door. At a 23.
Didn't need advantage.
That is a great success. Yes, you are able to fortify the door and, push back some of the zombies that you can still see are just massed behind it and are staggering forward.
I like to think
23 and me.
Ezekiel is. I like to think Ezekiel's just like holding nails and too afraid to look while Radigan is hammering them.
Yep, you're holding up boards. You're putting the nails in place, and it's just this. It's a very clockwork scene. It's very well done. Now it is the zombie. This guy will move towards Beldora. And he will slam into her. These two will climb out of the well. And attempt to slam into you, Duma. That is a 7 and an 8. They are weak, and you are easily able to get your shield up and just push them off you. Cithrin.
All right. The vial of oil I have, is it? I'm assuming it's glass or no?
Yeah, it's glass. It would shatter for sure.
Okay, so I'm going to
it's
aim.
either clay or glass.
Perfect. So I'm going to aim for like center mass of the door where the fire is, and throw the flask. So that way when it shatters, it'll get like halfway up the door and burn anything that comes through. And that hopefully will be my free action. If I have to roll for that, let me know.
I mean, you're within 10 feet. I'm not going to make you roll for that. I mean, there is already a fire burning. So I think, yeah, it will spray and spread up. And you do, see some of the hands and faces that are at the door sort of recoil sort of quickly and hiss. But you can also see this is weakening the door itself.
I know it's weakening the door, but at least, they'll, by the time they actually get to any of us, because most of us are back there, they'll be easy to take out with one hit, or the fire will get them before they even get to us. So that's kind of my thinking right now. So I'm assuming there's nothing here now, so I'm just going to 5, 10, 15. I'm going to move over here. Go for that one.
All right, roll your attack.
Where's my silver great axe? Cool, this is my silver great axe. I haven't actually noted it yet, though. Is it still up?
No, that is with that. Yeah, you slash through and it just turns to sort of dust and powder in front of you.
Okay, and yeah, I'm going to go. So he's dead, so I'm going to step back here and I'll just, I've already used my free action, so I can't shout to Duma. And that's it, because I'm going to try and push over the bookcases next.
All right. This stronger looking one climbs out of the well and chases you down and swings his long sword at you.
Yeah.
That, however, is only a 15, which is not enough to actually strike you. You are able to take your silvered weapon and sort of bring the sword across, and it scrapes across the wood and the stone. But yeah, no damage taken. Helda will continue to swing away. And she will strike again for another solid hit, but this burning zombie is still on its feet. Augustus.
By the light of Moradin, I will grab that the leather thing and leather and crystal and throw it into the fire from.
All right, you take it from her hand, and as you do so, you get this just vision of you in front of a forge, your mane and everything sort of slicked back, your bare chest, sparks flying around you as you see this master item that you are crafting in front of you, and you are about to sort of lay the final blow in with your hammer, and you can see it's just this sparkling, incredible sword that you are finishing up, and so as you attempt to throw it in, give me a charisma saving throw.
Ah, c'est la vie.
Yes!
You are able to let it go, and you just hear this soft whispering of no as you let it go, but you see it go into the forge and sit on top of the flames and the coals, and the leather immediately sort of burns away. But you see the little shard itself, much like the black ice you saw, seems unaffected by this heat.
Okay, so 2 questions for the rest of my turn. Is there a bellows attached to this forge?
There is a bellows. Give me an insight check, though.
My other question was, did we bring the cart in, and can I put some coke in on top of it? Because that'll burn hotter. But insight.
We're not trying to put the fire out with soda.
Insight. With that, you look and you realize it's not burning. And yeah, you look around, you do see a bellows, but you also realize this is a smaller forge but it is larger than your cart.
Yes, so I don't think it's going to be a big enough forge.
That is correct.
I'm still going to hit the bellows if I can on this turn and up the temperature just so nobody tries to get to it.
Yep, you absolutely, you get the bellows, and yeah, you get this roaring flame and heat that sort of blasts out of this sort of forge in the surrounding area.
And I think that's everything.
All right. And Beldora will just yell out to everybody, leave the doors for now. Kill the creatures first. And she is going to swing. And she is going to miss, unfortunately. So she is kind of left on her own. Cassandra, this has just been pulled from your hand and thrown into the flames. All the sort of visions and everything else you hear clear right away. And turning around, you can see there are zombies. One is on fire over here, looks pretty badly off. These ones over here have not been hurt.
I will cast Magic Missile. I will attack the one that is badly hurt first.
Okay. And with that, this one is blasted apart.
Okay. Oh, and I will command Heidi to give the help action to who's currently trying to barricade a door. Who needs the help action the most?
It doesn't look like any doors need barricading at this point. You guys have already had 3 failures, which is the most failures you can have. So it is now just clearing out this room.
Cithrin, then.
Okay.
All right. So Cithrin, you see, the Tress room come whistling past your head and around the head of the zombie in front of the Great Ezekiel.
All right. The Great Ezekiel is going to move here up on top of this rubble pit for a little bit of height and take a shot at this one with his bow. Normal arrow.
Roll your attack.
8.
Unfortunately, your arrow, lands in the bookcase beside this creature.
And has anybody been hurt? Everybody's still full health, right? Beldora, Helda?
Beldora has been hit.
I'll drop a healing
She's
word
been
on
injured.
Beldora. Does this make up for yesterday?
She smiles and just says, "We'll talk if we see it through to the morning." And with that, Duma, you are up.
Alright, slashing through the one on my left. Going with my silver. Crap.
That is a miss. Yeah, unfortunately, you swing, but this zombie is able to just duck out of the way, and your axe swings wide. Any movement, any bonus action?
Nah, nothing of those. Dexter little fucker, but I got nothing else.
All right. Radigan, your door has been barricaded.
Excellent. So I've put up some boards, and I look over this one, and I say, now it's time to drive some nails. And I absolutely, totally miss after that kick-ass line.
You rolled a 1?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you roll a 1, and you look around, and Helda just kind of shrugs her shoulder at you, like, it was a good line. Good line.
Thanks, man. And so this thing's gonna walk in this direction, and Radigan's gonna kind of sulk back in this direction.
All right.
Only Radigan can sulk forward.
25. Yeah, I'm good there. Yeah, whatever.
The zombie in front of you does not manage to strike you, Duma. The one in front of Beldora, however, does manage to smash into... Well, actually, I'll have it take out this little minion dude here.
What?
Oh!
Why?
Frank!
Remember that time he was next to Barrick in the throne room?
Yeah, he was going to be a really deep, interesting character, but sadly, no, he gets wiped off the board.
Thanks,
Cithrin.
George R. Patrick.
I'm going to swing at the one in front of me with my silvered great axe.
Not Billiam.
We also have, like, healing word and stuff. He can always come back.
No, he's dead. He's a commoner. He's an NPC. You don't need him. That is a hit. You slice through. I mean, it's fairly strong-looking armor, but you do manage to shear through. But it just looks at you and smiles and hisses as you strike it.
All right. Let me have a look around. All the other zombies seem to be the kind of squishy ones. Oh, I see one other one that looks strong like this one in here. I will hold off on my second wind or my action surge then.
Okay. And so the one in front of you is going to swing its longsword.
Oh, I hiss back at it when it hisses at me.
Okay.
Reptilian hiss.
That is a non-natural 20. You take 9 slashing damage.
Ah.
Okay.
Ow. Wow.
Well, it's the first time I'm hit, so I'm good. Down, not up. There.
And this one is going to circle around and swing at Eldora. That is a 17. She also gets slashed again. She's starting to look a little wounded. Once again, Helda will race over to Barrick, and she just wants to check on him and make sure everything is okay. Augustus.
All right, so we got the forge up, but it's still not melting, right?
You look in, and it's amazing to your eye. This burning, surging forge, in the center of it, just seeming to absorb all the light around it, is this tiny micro shard of black substance.
All right, so I'm going to put both big beefy hands on either side of the bellows, and I'm going to start pumping in prayer. Down, Mora, up, Din. Can I do a religion check for that?
Yes, you can.
Eh.
And as you are pumping these bellows, the fire and the smoke, you get almost a subtle vision in your head. But instead of this forge, you see a great forge sitting in the middle of a round room surrounded by 4 of the dwarven gods. And you just hear this soft voice in your head saying, "Use my forge."
Oh, how do I get there? But I can't really respond to him probably, so I guess that's the end of my turn.
That is the end of your turn.
I got my heraldic vision.
Yep. Beldora. Okay, she takes out the weaker zombie in front of her. It disappears in a ghastly display of skin and ash. Cassandra or Ezekiel, which one of you wants to go first? We've been doing Ezekiel.
Ezekiel can go first.
All right, Ezekiel will. How far is this? Ezekiel's gonna run like that and give the help action to Beldora.
All right.
And then also use his bonus action to heal her again.
All right. And she looks at you and she just says, "The night is young. Don't waste everything. I'll be fine." But she smiles as she says this.
I don't exactly have much sense of use against the undead. And
right.
I will draw a short sword, but I've already used my action.
Okay. Yeah. Cassandra.
All right. Sorry, I was just taking a sip then. I will... I'm just gonna use my bonus action with Heidi and attack the person, use Firebolt on whoever is on the one attacking the Great Ezekiel. Oh, good thing I used Heidi to give me advantage.
Absolutely. That is a critical hit for 9 damage. So yes, this firebolt comes streaking across, starts sort of burning, swelling. There is this foul stench in the air around Ezekiel and Beldora now as this rotted flesh starts burning away.
I helped. And that's all.
Duma.
Duma's gonna go for a second swing. Coming in with a silver. Oh,
That
yeah.
does hit. And yeah, just this sort of, blast of dust and choking, sort of ash in your face as it just evaporates in front of you.
All right, and okay, what's happening? What's still happening to the door on the right? Is it still on fire?
It is on fire, and you can see there are still, creatures sort of pushing at it, and you can see that it is weakening and cracking as this is still happening. The doors around you, even though you've shored them up, you can still hear, all of you, there is still this sort of, cacophony of thick, horrid moaning and this, rhythm of hundreds of sort of undead fists that are beating against the doors to this, arcane, temple area that you're in.
Oh boy. Getting of it. Okay, so silver seems to be their kryptonite. To me, it seems like a kryptonite. So I'm just gonna walk over to this one and end my turn there.
All right. Radigan.
Kind of wish you hadn't walked to that spot.
Oh geez.
Literal line of fire?
Yeah, very well, cone of fire, and now I can't angle the cone to avoid him without setting half the room on fire.
They're metal bookcases, right?
Wooden.
Yeah, except for the wooden bookcases. Yeah, no good way around it. Okay, well, in that case then, Radigan is going to move, let's say, 10, 20, 30 feet to there. Use a bonus action to cast Arcane Weapon and try that whole driving nails line again and still fail.
Your line fails, the shot fails. Yeah, you fire and again, it hits the bookcase sort of behind him.
Remember, you have Bardic Inspiration.
I do?
You do. I gave it to you at the beginning of the fight.
He did bless you. Sorry.
You gotta
Inspire
remember,
you.
you should put the the icon on your portrait when you
13?
That is still a miss, unfortunately.
No. Okay.
Oh shit.
And with that, there are none of the basic zombies left. So we're at Cithrin.
Oops, sorry, I was muted. And I'm just gonna move around here. Silver Great Axe again. 15 to hit. I don't think I have a help action on me.
That does hit for 9 slashing damage. Yeah, you can start to see this creature is looking fairly badly injured at this point.
But he's still up. Okay. Who's this
still
guy over
up.
here again?
That is Radigan's turret.
Okay, there we go. Thought so. I was like, this is the first time I've zoomed in that close to actually see what it was. I was like, what the hell is that?
All right,
That's
with
it.
that,
That's
yeah,
spider
this creature
zombie.
will keep turning and will try and attack you again, Sith. That is a natural 1. It gets its sword jammed into the bookcase beside you and is frantically trying to pull it out. Hilda is applying healing to Beric. Augustus.
All right, so being shocked out of my vision, I wonder what the fastest way. I guess there is no fastest way to get that thing out. I have my smith's tools with me usually, so can I use just some tongs to pull the little bit out?
You can pull it out. You can also, looking at it, you can see this is simply having no effect. You are going to have to find what this other forge is, but you can see
actually, in second
none
thought,
of this is hurting it. So it's presumably fine where it is.
Oh, no, more, we're going to have to take it with us in case we have to run. Is there a crucible or something that I can do a similar thing that we did before and encase it in some iron like it's in the center of a brick?
Looking around, the only thing you see is this giant vat of black ice. That appears to be the only thing that Barrick has been working with.
Oh, and there's no crucibles or... Because I could throw in one of my weapons and melt it down. If there's at least a stone crucible to melt stuff in.
Give me an investigation check.
Oh,
wow!
Moradin.
Double nat 20. Moradin comes through. Yeah, you will find, sort of tucked in amongst the side, you find a couple of small crucibles that you think you could use.
It'll probably take me a couple of rounds, so I will start doing that. I know how to destroy it, friends, but let me make it a little safer for handling.
All right. Beldora
And I'll be right back.
is going to miss, which takes us back to the Great Ezekiel.
All right, the Great Ezekiel, is gonna try and stab this guy. He's gonna pull out the dagger and make two. So silvered short sword.
That is a hit.
And a dagger.
The dagger, unfortunately, does not hit.
3 damage.
3 damage. You still manage to pierce through, and its head almost swivels all the way around as it as you get its attention from it being attacked and attacking Beldora.
Oh, that was Duma.
Duma. Cassandra.
Okay.
Can I say something on my turn as well?
Yes.
Is Barrick still covered in black ice?
I removed it from him.
You removed sort of top part. He still has, the lower half of this plate armor. He basically encased himself in.
Helda, don't wake him up until we get that black ice off him.
Also, for me, the second verse, same as the first. Heidi, help.
Heidi helped. That is a hit. Another 3 fire damage. Just sort of burst against this creature. He is staggering, but still on his feet.
Why won't this one die?
They're a little tougher. Duma. You hear Ezekiel, call out your name from across the room, but you have one of these undead creatures right in your face. Actually, no, it is. It's currently trying to pull its sword out of the bookcase. So,
I feel like Radigan and Slytherin. This one covered. How badly does this one look?
It's
how bad?
Moderate. You guys haven't done a ton of damage to it yet. It's been hit. It's been damaged, but certainly not critical.
Radigan's running towards the door.
Okay, so Radigan's got the door. I'll take this one down and pass it around.
99 zombies have got on the wall.
Yeah, unfortunately, you take a swing just as it sort of ducks and puts its foot up against the bookcase and yanks its sword out, so you do swing wide.
Yeesh. What will Haran think of me?
Okay, Radigan is going to run to the door on fire, pull out some carpenter's tools, and then realize this door's on fire. That's probably a situation I need to solve first. So I'm going to attempt to put out the fire. I don't know what.
Retardant.
Don't have a fire extinguisher on me.
Give me a perception check.
Looking for perception.
All right, you realize as you're running up, this isn't just wood burning. There is also oil that has been sprayed across, and it is the oil that is burning. So you would think, something like a, smothering is the way to do it rather than, water or something like that.
Okay. off comes the red cloak, and I attempt to smother the fire.
All right.
Hey,
Unless
Brendan,
this is like super flammable.
Yes, Ian.
Give me a
Remember
survival
when-
check for that.
when Steph added water to our oil fire in her campaign?
Ooh. Ooh.
I will say with a 19, you are able to smother these flames out. You take 1 fire damage.
Damn.
But you can see as this is happening, this door has now been very weakened, and there is just a literal horde of creatures that are, starting to shove against it. All right, that takes us to Cithrin.
I'm just gonna smack at the guy with my silver greatsword.
All right, roll your attack.
Swing and a miss.
That is a miss, unfortunately. He will swing at you with an 18. That just hits. You take another 8 slashing damage.
Ow, okay.
Helda, looking at Ezekiel, you see her eyes widen, and she just sort of nods, and she starts removing the rest of his armor. Augustus.
All right, so I'm assuming it hasn't fully melted yet, right? I'm still pumping away in the bellows to get... I'm either going to throw a weapon in there, or if I have my scrap metal with me, I can use a bit of that as well.
I don't think you necessarily carry your scrap metal with you, so you probably have to...
Dagger
you can
or
find,
one of my tools.
Yeah, you can easily throw in a dagger and get enough to melt it down.
I'm just trying to cover it enough so nobody touches it with their skin.
All right, give me one of your tool checks, please.
Oh, this should have proficiency. I don't know why it doesn't. Oh, wait, there we go. Maybe did that didn't include my proficiency, did it? What's our no? We're still
2.
2. Yeah. Oh, it did. I guess then.
Yeah, I did.
It did. So yeah, no, a 13 is the DC you had to meet. So yeah, you are easily able to melt it down and create a small container for this micro shard.
All right, and I don't think I can do it this round, but my next step is going to be pull it off the forge, hit it with it and the crucible with a create water to cool it down quickly, but that'll probably have to be next round.
All right. There would be something there that you would be able to use to quench it. I mean, this is a proper little forge.
Oh, okay, so there is a quenching bucket. So then, yeah, once it's melted, straight in. I will shield my eyes with my other hand in case it explodes. I'm not taking any of the normal precautions. It's like, just cool this down as fast as we can in case we have to run.
All right. Beldora will swing. Beldora will hit. This guy will finally go down.
Back in a second.
Which takes us to the Great Ezekiel.
All right. The Great Ezekiel is going to make a run for God and just give him the help action. Anything he needs to do, I just very quickly try and do it to help him move quickly.
The bucket! Bring me the bucket!
This is a bucket.
It is a bucket indeed. Cassandra.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna, third verse, same as the second.
There's no.
There's a zombie down below.
Oh, there is. I thought it was a
I
dump.
took a look around the battlefield first before making
I had to scroll
assumptions.
down.
This is your first lover's quarrel.
Oh,
Really? And Heidi was hoping, so that's another crit, y'all! Today is just coming up Cassandra!
That is another hit. So yeah, streaking past all of you, see the Tress Room fly around, and then a firebolt blast from across the room strikes into that zombie, and he's, sort of smoldering and catching fire. And again, this rancid stench fills up around you. And it is at this point that, with a huge, sharp, cracking noise that echoes through the temple, you realize that your defenses have been breached. And unfortunately, Radigan, they are coming right through your door.
Damn.
It's a random roll. And so you see a couple more zombies, another one of these armored ones, but also this shadowy, dark figure that almost looks like a misty dog manages to crack through this doorway.
A misty dog?
Yeah, it looks like a dog, but I mean, it's giving off wisps of smoke, and it looks like a living shadow at this point. And
oh, is that a demon dog? Oh shit!
Shadowhound.
Shadowhound!
And for those of you up here, you also see this pile of rubble just sort of collapse and fall through, and climbing out of it are more of the same. So you see a couple of zombies. You see one of these sort of shadowy dogs, and another one of these stronger zombies start making their way through.
Helda, where is the exit?
I need at least one more round.
What is it around?
Helda will sort of look around and just say, "There is no exit. This is the stronghold. We have to make our stand here." This takes us to Duma.
All right. Because I'm starting to lose my patience with this one that for some reason keeps ducking all my attacks. Let's see if it can duck this one. Oh, come on.
It can. It is just able to get its blade up, and it parries your axe away.
Dang it.
Any movement? Any bonus action?
No. I am going to just move 1 square or 5 steps to the right. That's it. So.
Okay, yeah, you shuffle aside to the right. That takes us to Radigan.
All right. Again, you keep moving in places I don't want you to move.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God. Radigan's going to step away from the door that has now been breached, and he's going to pull out what looks like a small bugle. And he is going to, he's going to move to there. He's going to pull out a small bugle that looks like it's got some weird gears and crystals on it. And then he's going to cast one of these.
Very nice. Okay, Constitution saves. That is a natural 3, a 22, and some 13s. So this shadowy dog creature gets blasted back away from you, and 13 damage. Nice.
Yep. So that
these other 2 zombies just disappear and evaporate in a cloud of skin and dust. And this one is sort of, blasted and rocked, but does not move, stands his ground.
Right. And I do believe that Thunderwave, that's the effect I was going for there. And then as a handy-dandy bonus action, this fine little gentleman here is going to sort of walk its way in that direction, and then hit. Where the hell's my flamethrower? There it is. 15-foot cone this guy. He's kind of hoping to get the other one in there.
Ah. All right. Yeah, the dog, rolls and does manage to avoid most of the flames, but does get hit and takes, you see the fire just almost sort of blow right through its body. But you see it dissipate and then quickly reform.
That is magical fire damage.
Oh, it took the damage. That was just flavor.
No, it just didn't take a lot of damage. No, fair.
Yeah, it made it safe, so it took 3 damage. All right. These guys up here. He will shamble there. He'll come up. So one is going to try and slam into you, Cassandra. That is a 15. You take 4 bludgeoning damage. And the one is going to try and smash into you, Ezekiel.
Ah, I'm too pretty, did I?
That just hits with a 14 for 6 bludgeoning damage.
Apparently not.
And you slash.
Well, I have a
all
15
over your
AC.
lovely boots. Oh, it does not hit.
Yeah.
Yes, your new armor.
Yeah, I gotta change that. I thought I had changed it already.
I don't have it changed on my sheet.
Well, it also wasn't changed on my name.
No. All right. So that is a miss. It attempts to slam into you, and you nimbly step aside.
You weren't going to get through this powerful dwarven mithril.
Cithrin, you have a very badly wounded undead in front of you.
Good.
So Duma just keeps missing.
All right, there we go. I can zoom out now. I can actually see what the hell is going on in the rest of the room. Okay. I'm going to swing at this guy again. Silver Great Axe. Boom. Boom. Oh, no. You know what? I really want to kill this guy. I'm just going to action surge. Do it again. Yes!
There you go. That is enough to hack directly through him as your first swing misses, and you just hear this grunt of frustration, and you actually see frost sort of blast out of Cithrin's nose, and she cycles around her axe again and just chops this creature in 2.
Boom. And then I will use my movement, and I will... Wait, that's that Shadowhound there, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but you guys are here. I trust you guys to take out these 2. I will run back, start forming a line here, and as I do, I'll bellow out, "Come on, you gutless whore sons! Line up and fight for your lives!" Very like drill sergeant, mercenary bellowing, just like, yeah, move it.
I thought I was.
My mother was a very nice lady.
She smells of elderberries.
Yeah, don't insult my ma.
Radigan, as you say that, you hear a whistling and realize that there is a longsword that is being swung in your direction. That is a non-natural 20. You take 4 slashing damage.
Oh, okay.
This one up here will swing around on Beldora, and she is going to dodge it quite easily. With that, a howl rings out from this dog here. I need Duma and Radigan to both give me wisdom saving throws, please.
Oh, no.
Inspiration. That was useless.
That is a 4 and a 10. Both of you are frightened as this sound just makes its way into your very souls. This guy is going to head over. And he bites down on Beldora, who howls out in sort of pain, but is not knocked over as this giant black dog leaps and is hanging off of her shoulder at this point. Helda is going to continue with Barrick. Augustus.
All right, so I will plunge with my tongs the crucible and material and evil crystal into the bucket that is Ezekiel still holding it? Or was he distracted?
Nope, he was still holding it. The zombie did not manage to hit him. So this gout of steam comes blasting up Ezekiel. And give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Both of us?
Just you.
I am wearing the proper equipment.
So you take no damage, but this steam, of course, bursts past your face and under your mask, and you feel your makeup running and dripping.
Oh no, the worst result of all.
I worked very hard on this makeup.
I am so sorry. I will pull, if it's cool enough, I will pull the piece of iron out and we can go which way? Oh wait, we've already been told that there is no way out, right?
That is correct.
Smash the forge! Make a line of cores across the back! And I think that's pretty much my turn, because I did the quench, did the talk, yeah.
All
Unless
right.
I still have a move, but I don't think so.
You still have your movement.
No, I will stay with Ezekiel and make sure he's okay.
What about me?
Of course.
Aren't you supposed to, like, love everyone or some shit?
What?
You're
Everyone?
priest.
But that would include, like, elves. Florida doesn't love elves.
And with that, we are at the top of the round, and as nobody shored up any of the defenses or any of the doors, a couple more zombies slip through here.
Oh, god dang!
It is Beldora's turn. She is going to continue, but she is going to turn and attack this dog creature that is hanging off of her. And that is a miss. She is unable to stab it with her rapier. The Great Ezekiel.
All right. The Great Ezekiel is going to cast... there's no good angle for Fairy Fire. Because Baldora's right in the middle. I think Baldora can dodge, right? She seems dexterity.
You've seen her sort of fight and move. She looks very dexterous.
All right. I'm going to hope she can make it. And I'm going to expend my Fairy Fire to hit everything
actually,
around
sorry.
Baldora.
I'm not playing her properly. She is a swashbuckler. She just sort of nimbly dances away from everybody and moves out because she can do that without an opportunity attack.
Yep. And awesome. I'm going to hit these 3 enemies that are around the square with a Fairy Fire. I need to make a dex.
Okay.
DC 13.
Okay. So the dog manages to duck out of the way, but the other 2, what color do they light up?
Pink.
So they begin glowing in a soft pink light. You guys will have advantage on those attacks. Cassandra, you are up. Sorry, any movement, any bonus action?
I am out of inspiration. I've been out of inspiration since the beginning of the fight, so I'm good.
Okay. Cassandra, you have a zombie right up in your face.
Okay. I know what to do. I think... Oh, I do not know what to do. One sec.
You heard Gus say smash the forge and get the coal spread across the back of the room.
Do I look like I can smash things? Other than my heart.
Hasn't happened yet.
I am going to take the dodge action. 5... Or not dodge, disengage. 5, 10, 15, 20. And then I will ready a magic missile to smash... Or wait, I can't do that. I've used my action. And then I will give Heidi to Goss on his next turn, right? Or you know what? I'll give it to Slytherin on her next turn. Heidi, help Slytherin. Done.
All right. That takes us to Duma. So you are currently frightened of this Shadowhound that is in front of you, but you do see there is another undead creature that is currently swinging at Radagon.
I feel like I need to get out of Radagon's line of fire and sight, but at the same time stay out of this mutts. Run out of it. Can you tell me? No, wait. I probably won't be able to see this door on the right side, which says barricaded. Does it seem like it's giving way?
It's currently holding, but you can see there are creatures that are certainly forcing at all of the doors, even the ones that you've barricaded before. And you can hear moans coming from the well, and you've seen them climb out of this area over here as well, which now just looks like a pit.
Alrighty then. Alright, so I'm just gonna get away from this dog, move downward towards this one, and go for a swing.
That is a hit. Roll your damage.
Oh yeah.
That is 9 slashing. This creature, you come slashing through with your silver longsword, and there's this huge gash, but basically just sort of dust and dirt fall out of the body. It looks pretty badly off.
All right,
Radagon.
Okay. Beautiful thing about arcane turrets is they are not affected by the fear power. So it's going to sit over there and do a nice.
Oh, sorry. First, Duma, give me a.
blast.
Yeah, sorry. Give me a wisdom saving throw first, Duma.
Okay. Wisdom coming up.
You are still scared. All right. The Mastiff will attempt to get out of the way of this fire turret and fail. So it takes 1 damage, and I believe it's going to hit the other guy as well, isn't it? It's 15 feet, yep. So 5, 10, 15. Yep, that hits both of them. But with a natural 20, he is able to avoid and take no damage.
All right. Not half of 1 rounded up?
Yeah. You don't round up.
Okay. Well, in that case, then I do have this guy right in my right up in my grill, and I guess do I have to take a wisdom saving throw to
end of your turn.
End of my turn. Okay.
But you're not scared of the guy right in front of you, so as long as you don't move towards the Mastiff, you're fine.
Oh, excellent. Point blank crossbow shot to the face, and that's force damage.
Wow. Okay. That is a 22. That hits. 12 piercing. Yeah, right to the face. That takes off the face, the back of the head, most everything that is there. And the lifeless, extra lifeless body collapses to the ground.
You're eating.
Nabil.
Echo.
Thank you.
Yes, Tess.
Is that better?
Yes. Whose fault was it?
Okay. I don't know.
Bill. Calling him out.
So your point blank crossbow shot took off, the front face and the back of the head of this undead creature, and the lifeless sort of body collapsed down to the stone floor. So, wisdom saving throw.
My wisdom saving throw is up here, and it's an 8.
You are still scared.
Yeah.
You feel proud, but you're still scared, and you realized you forgot the line. The shot worked, and you forgot the line.
All right, yeah, that's it for me.
So you do have movement. You just can't move towards the pooch.
Okay, I will move against the door then, because I'm going to attempt to barricade the...
All right. With that, this guy's going to move here and attempt to slam into you, Gus. The other one is going to attack you, Ezekiel. This guy is going to move up to Helda. And that guy will move to Beldora. Try and slam. So against Augustus. That is an 8. It is a miss against the great Ezekiel. That is a 22. You take 2 bludgeoning damage.
Is that first blood against any of us?
No. Cithran's been hit a couple of times. And so is Radigan. The other 2 zombies miss with a 5 and a 9. Cithran, you are up. So you see a zombie has gone up and started attacking Helda on the little stone platform in front of you. And a Tressarum has just flown around and is... So which one are you attempting to strike?
Well, if I move away from this guy, he's going to try and swing at me. So I'm going to try and take him out, because these guys seem pretty squishy. So I'm going to try and take this guy out now. With a 10.
10, unfortunately, does not hit.
I already spent my friggin' action, sir, so that's it for me.
All right. Yeah, you swing, and I mean, just it being up on the stone platform, it just manages to sort of get out of the way. And, you know, Helda's a little bit in your way as well. Okay, that takes us to the last one. This glowing fellow here. He is going to move up to Beldora. That is a 19. Beldora is hit. Beldora is looking very badly off at this point. And actually, the dog is just going to leap right across and attempt to attack her as well. And Beldora goes down. She collapses to the ground with this giant black dog standing over top of her. Helda is going to swing at this zombie in her face, and this zombie disappears in a cloud of soot. Augustus, you have a zombie that is attempting to slam into you.
All right. So first thing, bonus action. Oh, what's her face? It just went down. Heldora?
Beldora.
Having a Heldora and a Helda in the same fight is a little confusing.
Beldora.
Beldora, Helda.
Oh, Beldora. Okay, yeah. So healing word at level 1.
All right, she is healed for 5 health.
And I am not going to disengage. The zombie can attack again. And I am going to... And this is a huge forge, right? Like, this is bigger than most forges. So it's filled to the brim with lots of material, right? Like
this is a medium-sized forge for a dwarf. It's fairly big, but you get the sense that there's probably larger ones around.
I assume so, but my plan is I want to spread all the coals from the forge in a line basically along where I am from east to west. So I'm going to smash this side of the forge with my hammer, my silvered warhammer.
All right. Roll your attack.
Two-handed. Oh, I'd have to drop the shield, so never mind. One-handed.
That is a 17. Yeah, you smash into it, doing 5 bludgeoning damage. So yeah, you do manage to crack the side. It doesn't splinter right away, but a few breaks certainly appear. You think you've got to do a little more damage to it than 5, but you are well on your way.
All right. Get back to the back of the loom. If we get a line of coals, we should be able to protect ourselves.
Okay, and that zombie will take an attack of opportunity as you move away, but that is only a 12. It does not hit.
Patrick, in the interest of scrupulous honesty, you didn't have the other dog attack.
Oh, you are quite right. Just for that, he will attack Duma. Now I will roll and see who gets it. Your honesty does not pay off. The dog comes charging at you.
Now, because he moved away from my turret, does it get an attack of opportunity? I don't think it's technically a creature, so no. Okay.
It is not a creature, yeah. That is an 18 to hit.
Damn it.
So you take 8 piercing damage, and give me a strength saving throw, please.
Oh, that's not good.
You are knocked prone.
Damn it.
And that takes us to the top of the round. And once again, nothing was shored up, which means another couple of zombies managed to make their way through the doors.
I am trying.
That takes us to Beldora. She will... That was an unneeded ding at that time. She will swing at the zombie that is glowing in front of her. It is going to be a 22, and it dissipates. And that is another 22. So she deals some damage to that warrior, but not a lot. That takes us to Cassandra. So you've got a glowing undead here, and you've got a couple of zombies that are surrounding the Great Ezekiel, and this Shadow Hound is moving around as well.
You know, Patrick, when you said the other day that you guys were going to hate me for this one, I didn't believe you. Oh, what are we supposed to do? Oh my god, okay.
Didn't we barricade this door already?
They all broke.
Balls. Okay.
I am going to cast a magic missile at second level.
Wouldn't Cassandra look at her little bracelet?
What's wrong with my bracelet?
No, the one that said WWWD. What would Winthrop do?
What would Winthrop do?
Sacrifice his companions?
Run away like the scared little bitch he is?
Well, shooting.
Leap into a
hit on
giant lava pit.
Oh, get naked because he walked into an acid cloud.
Yell at the Daves.
Sacrifice the Daves.
All right, these two zombies just go up in a puff of smoke and ash. And you can see at this point, these zombies, they're not all dwarves. You see some that appear to be old hobgoblins and other creatures as well. Where did your last 2 magic missiles hit?
I guess around Ezekiel. Ezekiel, I will help you.
Then all 4 of those zombies just immediately dissipate as your missiles strike them.
Oh, thank the gods. Someone barricade that door.
Great, Ezekiel, you are up.
And I will give Duma the help action.
Ezekiel's gonna run here.
That's too far away for your trust room to get to.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will give the Great Ezekiel help action.
The Great Ezekiel's
All
not
right.
attacking. The Great Ezekiel's running for this door to try and barricade it.
You can still get the help action. The trust room will come over and attempt to help you barricade it.
All right, I attempt to barricade it. I'll just try and reinforce or like put back into place what Radigan did earlier.
Okay. With that, I will say you can either give me an investigation or a perception check to figure out how to put it together as best you can, or you can even try and give me something like a sleight of hand if you want.
All right, perception it is, because I believe I'm expertise in that. I couldn't try and persuade the door to be closed, could I?
No.
Oh, come on.
22.
Be closed.
22, yeah, you're easily able to look and figure out the different areas that Radigan had fixed up, and with Heidi Cat's help, you're able to just, even using the butt of your dagger and your sword, sort of hammer everything back in, and you're able to shore this door back up.
All right, that'll be my turn.
All right, Duma, you have your friend Radigan that is covered by this large, dark dog that you are still scared of.
All right. Duma's going to back up just a bit. Not too much, keeping out of... And I just wanted to ask before I make my next action, can I ready an action and then do a wisdom save?
Yes, you can use your turn to ready your action, and then you will make your wisdom saving throw.
Okay, my ready action will be Goring Rush. So as soon as I'm not afraid of the dog anymore, I am going to ram this dog into the door. I'm hoping that is my ready action. But for my wisdom, I'm going to roll that. Ah, come on.
Unfortunately, you are still scared. That was a 10.
Keeping that ready action, though.
That was very clever. Radigan, you are currently prone under this awful, terrible black hound that is on top of you.
Yep. Not a fan. Using my move action to get the fuck out of there. So that's about half my movement, right?
There's half your movement to stand up, and then you
Okay.
have half your movement.
Oh, excellent. Bonus action to singe the back of this thing's neck with fire from my turn.
Okay, so yeah, it gets blasted with fire and does seemingly take all the damage from this one as the fire sort of sprays through and the dog reforms, but you can see it's having a harder time getting itself back together.
Okay. And then Radigan is going to if I shoot this thing, am I at like disadvantage or?
Yeah, you're right up on it, so you would have
Well,
disadvantage.
I have crossbow expert, so normally I'm not, but I am.
Oh yeah, then no, you. That doesn't give you disadvantage.
Oh, excellent.
You're
To hell with this thing, then.
You're frightened. You just can't run away. 17. That is a definite hit.
Not the 25.
Frightened gives disadvantage if you can see the thing.
Yeah, that's what I was concerned about.
Oh, yes, you are correct. It just doesn't say it in its stat block, but yes, of course it does.
Okay, so 13 damage then. And not the grand total of whatever the hell that is. 27. That's unfortunate. But I like 13 damage.
Right. 13 damage is good. 13 damage is exactly what you needed to kill it.
Awesome. So I don't even need to make my wisdom save. All right, Duma,
Nope,
you can charge it now.
Dissipates. Yeah, so yeah, as that happens, yeah, both of you, your fear dissipates, and yeah, Duma, you start charging forward and then come to a running stop.
All right, so I'm just gonna move over here. It's like where's the gun? Good job.
Good effort, Duma. And I saw the zombies coming out of the well, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this thing's gonna crawl over, scuttle over, and just kind of position itself over the well.
All right. That takes us to Sithrin. You see there is a glowing undead over here and a giant shadow dog right there.
Wait, where's the shadow dog? I zoomed too far out. Oh, there it is. Okay, got it. Shadow dog.
You have advantage on the glowing one.
Shadow dog's more of a threat.
That is a hit for 13 slashing damage. So yeah, you slice through and you feel a little bit of resistance, and then you see its form reform around where you slashed through it. But you did some serious damage.
Boot. That's it for me.
All right. This glowing creature is going to swing at Beldora. And she is down. She has absorbed a lot of damage for you guys.
Raise her!
And we appreciate it.
And we are going to continue to heal her.
Yeah, it is just her bad luck that is where the creatures were coming through. All right, next up, this shadow dog will unleash a ear-splitting howl. So I need Sithrin, Gus, and Cassandra to all give me wisdom saving throws, please.
Ooh.
Wisdom?
How? How?
Well, you rolled a 7.
I rolled 2 7s.
All three of you are frightened of this shadowy dog now as this howl just sort of pierces right through you.
Ugh.
That takes us to Augustus.
All right. Are there more zombies coming in from outside?
No, you guys shored up the doors this turn.
Okay, so I don't have to finish making my line of coals, so I will come around the back. Can I just kick this dog into the pit?
You cannot move towards the dog. You are frightened of it.
Oh, right. Yes, frightened. Sorry, go back there. I can still attack it, though.
You can, with disadvantage.
Okay, well then... Oh, moving towards that zombie. That would count as moving towards the dog. Alright, I'm just going to use... On the zombie...
A Sacred Flame, old school. That might be one of the first times I remember you using that.
That's like the 4th time in the total of the campaign, or maybe 3rd.
That is a 17, so it is able to get out of the way, but on one second. Just for fun. Oh yeah, rolled a 21 for its second one. You see it sort of, helicopter its arms, and it manages to avoid falling into the pit.
Oh, well, I tried. And I will safely stow the now cool cube or cubish shaped piece of iron containing the shard.
All right. That is one success for Beldora. The Great Ezekiel.
Great Ezekiel is going to.
I forgot about my healing word I had planned to use as my bonus action. Never mind. Go.
Oh. Luckily for you, the Great Ezekiel is going to use his bonus action to cast Healing Word on.
Yeah, I forgot.
She's way too important to die. I have one first level spell slot left.
All right, she heals for 5.
And then move here. Climb up on this rubble a little bit. Yell down to Radigan. Brace the door, my friend. Or Radigan and Duma. He's going to yell, Duma, Radigan, get the door together. And fire an arrow at the Shadow Mastiff.
All right, roll your attack.
$13.
That is a hit.
8 piercing. That's max damage. Yay.
Nice.
I'm not good at this whole doing damage thing, so.
That's, hey, you did, you literally did the best you could. So yeah, the arrow, pierces right through and sort of sparks off the stone behind, but you can see it's having a harder time reforming as this shadowy creature is starting to look more and more injured. Duma.
All right. I was just messaging Great Ezekiel. Audio got cut off. Which door you wanted Radigan and me on?
The one you're close to.
Oh, that one. All right, because I was thinking somebody should be covering the one in the top left corner. So I was going to maybe go out there.
We have like 5 people in that corner, though. There's 2 people on the side of the room.
That is true. So I'll head off to this door, and I don't know. Do I do an athletics roll to keep it from opening?
Yep, give me an athletics check.
Okay.
Yeah, you come in and use the last part of your sort of charging rush and just, slam this door closed, and you can feel a couple of bodies behind it get pushed back a few feet as you manage to start shoring it up.
Right.
Radigan.
Okay, so he's shoring up this door. The front door, does that look okay?
The front door is still frozen. You can see creatures are sort of pushing and shoving against it. And you can see the ice is starting to sort of slowly crack on it, but it still looks pretty good for now.
Okay.
I mean, any of these doors, there's no telling which one might necessarily get broached.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, there's a pit that zombies are coming through. There's a well that zombies are coming through. All right, so if Duma has that door, then Radigan's going to pop up here and start, I don't know, looking for... it's going to pop up here. It's going to start trying to drag one of these bookshelves. It's going to dump the books first and then try to drag the bookshelf over the well.
Okay, yeah, give me an athletics check to, you sort of tip it over and then drag it across.
Not my strong suit.
No, you do manage to sort of tip it and get the books, but it's heavier than you thought. I mean, and as you're looking, you're like, this is good heavy wood.
That's good solid wood.
And you realize there's an arrow and a crossbow bolt sticking out of it as well, which might be weighing it down.
Damn it, Ezekiel.
That takes us to Cithrin.
All right, I'm frightened of the Mastiff, but if I can't really move away from it, so I'm just going to try and keep smacking it.
That's a pretty good smack. That is a 22 with disadvantage. And it had exactly 12 health left.
Nice.
So yeah, you slash and your blade cuts it through, and you see it trying to reform, but it just cannot. And half of it actually falls down into the pit. The other half just sort of disappears into the ground.
Woot.
And all three of you lose your frightened status.
Awesome. So now that I have movement, I'm going to circle around and hopefully just try and distract this guy from going after Beldora? Belgara?
Beldora.
Beldora, there we go.
Indeed, he is going to, well, this could be a she, you're not quite sure at this point, is in fact going to turn its attention to you and will swing her longsword, or its longsword. But that is a 9. So yeah, you move in and, with your axe sort of spinning, are just easily able to parry this blade away, and it does not hit.
Awesome.
Takes us to Augustus.
All right. So we got the one left. So I guess I will come up here because that's not gonna making that line of firing gonna work. Okay, I didn't measure properly. That says 41 feet. I got 40 movement. I'm sure that's probably okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
And
you run around the edge of the pit.
Da pit.
Das pit.
And I will hit her with the... Oh, sorry, that was the wrong one. Do you want me to re-roll or just drop the damage by 2?
Doesn't matter. An 11 simply does not hit. You swing, but it makes contact, but does not do any damage.
You had advantage.
Oh, fuck.
How did you mess that up?
Moradin has not been on my side today, it seems, but that is okay. Is what's her face still up?
She is. She is prone. She is going to stand up. She's going to use her bonus action to move around, and she is actually just going to attempt to shove this wight. And she does, a 13 to an 11. So yeah, she comes around and just knocks this creature into the well, and it just sort of falls and falls and falls and falls, and then finally you just hear this far off in the distance. And with that, there is silence and dust and the sound of your heavy, ragged breathing as we will take a quick bathroom break.
That was intense.
In the game and in real life.
Oh no, I don't need a break anymore.
Oh no, Radigan's taking a leak down this well.
Yeah.
Cassandra, I need a prestidigitation.
Oh, that's okay. I'll give it to you.
Oh god, no. And is anybody else prestidigitation?
Don't know it, sorry.
Barbarians don't come for that.
That was interesting.
Yeah, I assumed that because of what Patrick had told us about not being able to fail anymore, that we were fine and no more zombies were gonna come.
No.
Yeah.
We'd achieved maximum failure. Radigan's going on a carpentry spree.
I think the moment it's broken.
Radigan loves books, but there's not going to be a single bookshelf left by the time he's done with this.
We don't really want to seal ourselves in, though, right? Like, we want to get out of here.
We kind of do want to seal ourselves in right now. Ahoy.
It is a zombie siege, so take that for what you will.
How long do these things last?
Sieges?
Years?
Centuries.
I don't think Minotaurs live that. Even if we do, I don't think we have the stamina to survive that long.
So the sentry's treated like an object, not a creature. Oh, last 10 minutes. Awesome.
I was sort of expecting you to like blow it up at some point during the fight.
That was an option.
I'm guessing Duma was getting in the way all the time.
You were stepping into cone distance fairly regularly.
Well, his axe is only like 5 feet long.
That is true. But I
How big is your cone? So I should know to stay.
It's more about angles.
Yeah.
Angle.
No, 15-foot cone. So it's not like I can't angle the cone around. It's just that you kind of position yourself in a place where I couldn't a couple of times. And like you had no idea what my plans there were, but that's fine. I was that one thunder wave would shove all of those zombies into burning radius, and it did for the dog, anyways.
I know, but it was like twice in a row that I got into your sentry's sight. So
my grill, damn you!
So now I have a better understanding to stay at sentry is at least 15 feet away.
Yeah, well, it depends on the sentry too, right? Like I have the force ballista turret, and that's just like a single target range attack. And it does a shitload of damage. It does like 3d10. Whereas this one is all about like area. It's all about like cone, right? Which is what I wanted. If they're going to be breaking in groups, I'm going to toast the groups. And in fact, this thing's standing on the top of the well, just like pouring fire down the well until I can get to it.
Initially, I was thinking before I headed down to the right side to use the one brazier that's on the left side to use that and just toss it down the well, but I don't think it would have held out.
They would have taken out a couple zombies.
Got a couple, yeah. I mean, the statues, these white silver statues, I don't know if Patrick already told us, can they be moved?
He said it would take a couple people. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, they are polished stone, but they're heavy, but it would take a couple of you to move it, but could certainly be done.
Oh, that is Ezekiel's plan as soon as we get back into things.
I mean, I was thinking
put a more permanent barricade.
Not yet. We were just discussing Duma staying out of the sentry's line of sight.
No, I heard all that. I was just suggesting, are we all back?
Tara hasn't spoken.
I'm here.
Oh, so I'm guessing everyone is here.
Yeah, I'm looking at crochet patterns, so I'm quiet.
Oh, anything interesting?
Well, I'm making a spa set for my sisters, and the bag I was going to make for them to hold like the little loofah and poofies and everything. It turns out the design is too small, so I either have to restart and just make it bigger or find a new design. So I'm trying to find a new design first.
I mean, if it's small, I'm sure through some measurements you could magnify this suit, whatever size you're looking for.
I can probably make it bigger. It's just going to take a lot more effort than I really want to put into it. So I'm just just having a look around and see if anything else I like that would be the right size kind of thing.
So is everybody back?
I believe so.
Duma's here.
All right. With that, you can still hear the hordes as they shuffle and moan and groan around you in this dwarven enclave that you are currently trapped in. But for the moment, it seems they have moved on to other prey, even though as you peek through the doors, you can still see these hordes of various types of creatures that are undead that are still swarming these hallways around you. But for now, you have a respite. What would you like to do?
I'm going to pull out my spare... is Helda wearing armor?
Helda is wearing her armor, and she has finished taking the armor off Barrick, and she sees that he is stable, and she drags him over into the cell.
The turret is going to stand on at the lip of this well and just pour fire down every single round until it dissipates. And then Radigan is going to be dumping books off of bookshelves, feeling kind of very bad about it as he does so, because he's a reader, and he's going to start disassembling bookshelves and assembling barricades onto doors. Like that's all he's doing.
Doma, come help me with this.
That was exactly what I was thinking. I just wanted to ask one question. Where I'm standing, do I hear or see anybody? Or is there like a low?
Looking through the doors, you can see, I mean, the halls of, this entire complex that you're in are still swarming with these undead creatures. They just don't seem to be attempting to smash their way in right now. But I mean, the hallways are still filled with all kinds of zombies that are out there.
Could I try another prayer?
So I joined Great Ezekiel.
Yeah, I'm going to climb the top of the thing.
So wait, are we?
I'm grabbing. I'm getting a rope around its head to try and pull it down.
The statues?
Yeah, I feel like that's probably the best thing we can do to try and knock him down.
That's what I was thinking. So I'll help you with that.
So I'm gonna.
Okay, so we.
Yeah, and Helda will come over and just say, "Would you mind just trying to slide it rather than pulling it over and knocking it down? It is still valuable to us here."
Oh, if we can do that, like you're thinking that's like rooted to the ground, and we're gonna actually like knock it over. If we can slide it, she's totally willing to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down for that.
Yeah,
are we pushing it up or down?
You could definitely sort of push it. So where do you guys want to try and move it to?
Oh, just slide it over in front of the doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, this statue to the right side and the left statue. After we're done with this one, I'm going to move the left statue to the left.
Okay, yeah, you guys. Between the three of you, and Helda will actually come assist as well, you are able to slide these statues in front of those two doors. And it does, barricade the door for the most part. There are still, areas where there might be weak spots, but you definitely have blockaded the doors quite well. Where did you want to put the bookshelves? Disassembling the bookshelves, it looks like it would take two bookshelves to probably sort of barricade one of the other doors or cover the pit or the well, Radigan.
Actually, could I slide an entire bookshelf against this door and then nail it in place? This looks wide enough.
You could, but it'll take two of them to cover the size of the doors, just because they're open bookshelves, so they're basically holes.
So I could do either two doors or the well in one door.
Do the south one.
Yes.
The frozen door in the south?
No, I mean do the two to the southwest and southeast.
Okay. I'm going to be starting to dump books and then slide bookshelves against doors and nailing them in place.
Okay.
This door and this door. And then the big great doors of the south I'm going to have to deal with at some point.
Can our Dragonborn do another ice breath?
No, not until tomorrow.
Oh, well, I could
She'd-
have.
Dragonborns need a long rest before they can do that again, I think.
Patrick, what are these?
Those are, pieces of sort of sculpture that have looked like they've already been broken or shattered, and potentially used to probably barricade the doors earlier.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then I think we should use the rubble from that to fill the well.
I think it's smaller pieces in the well. We need something to bridge it.
We break them apart. We just need to fill whatever the bottom of the well, wherever the hole in the bottom of the well is.
Well, I mean, what if it just goes to an empty room?
So we have another pit up there.
Well, the zombies had to have gotten there from somewhere.
Pit there.
While all this is going on, the Great Ezekiel is just going to be taking rubble and just packing the areas that aren't covered by the statue.
And
Okay.
I will
Good pitch.
pray over the cube. And Moradin, you have told me how to destroy it, but how do we get out of here? Please, my lord, help us. And
Helda will ask you. You were talking to Moradin?
Moradin came to me when I was trying to melt the shard. We will discuss it when we get out. But he has a plan for us. As I grab her shoulders and shake her, Moradin is with us.
Yeah, he's crazy.
She sort of nods and
faithful.
and just says, could you not destroy that thing in the forge here? Do you need a greater forge?
We need Moradin's forge. That's why I'm asking
with-
him for a way out.
With that, you see this sort of grin come across her face, and she just says, Moradin's forge is the other side of the complex. It's a giant forge we don't typically let non-dwarves near, but if he has given you his blessing, when we get out of here, I can clearly lead you to it.
I believe it was Moradin, and I don't. Ian doesn't know the rest of the dwarven gods, but he'll name, if he knows them, the other 3 gods that were with Moradin.
Okay. Yeah, and she will just sort of smile and say, indeed, the forge is surrounded by the effigies of some of the great dwarven gods. And at that, you also hear Beldora, who's now sort of leaned up against this stone dais where the large chair that Barrick was in. And you can see she is quaffing a potion of some sort. And she just says, this is all well and good, but I think rest is a weapon right now, and I think we should all take an actual break and a breather and catch our bearings before the next wave of these creatures comes at us.
I mean, Vatican definitely needs to hit.
We should be quiet while we do so.
Yes.
We've caused a fair amount of noise already, but
Yeah.
silence.
So after barricading the 2 doors in the south and then doing what I can with the great hall door, I'm going to join everybody up by the forge.
And I will tell in a whispered voice, kind of just a short story during our rest to try and make a quiet song of rest.
Yeah, you can certainly do that. Everybody can roll their hit dice.
And I will be doing so. So what do we get?
That was just my hit dice, but we get an additional 4
Nice.
if you roll hit
Nice.
die.
I have 1 spell left, but I think we should keep it for tomorrow.
Oh,
We don't plan to spend an entire night in here, do we?
Well, I mean, I meant after the rest. After the rest.
Helda will say that when I was in the cell, these these sieges started happening just over the last couple of nights, and I heard Beric curse the name Kessel, but I don't know what that means, but they seem to swarm through and come in waves once or twice during the night, so I don't think we should be leaving here any time before the dawn.
I do believe that Kessel's the name of that fine little wizard there who tried to make a big tower and take over the entire Dale.
Yeah, he did, and I saw visions of me being my true self, casting such magical spells. I know one day I will be that wizard, but I still have a long way to go.
It is a trick. Moradin has shown me it must be destroyed.
I know. I've resisted it, but the temptation
You
was
did not.
almost too much.
Gus resisted it.
Now,
I put it over the fire. I walked over there and put it over the fire. It just caught on one of my many bracelets. What would Winthrop do?
It's
What would
Theodore, it is
Beatrix
okay.
do?
now, look here, miss.
Yes.
I had a little experience with that sort of lesser form of the black stone there, and let me tell you, that black stone made me miss a hoedown, and I never miss a hoedown. So it's
When
bad
did you
news.
miss a hoedown? Oh, you mean the party? It's called a party. I'm not sure what language you're speaking.
I believe that
speaking
is
in
the
family
Orcish
character.
word. The Orcish word for party.
No, I believe it is
Ah.
that they put down those sex workers for the day.
It comes from the dwarven word for party.
I thought it was shindig.
No. It is oh, how do you say? Oh fuck, I'm drawing a blank. I had a word. Yes, there we go. Hotanani.
A
Elvish word.
shindig's a
Trust me,
lesser
that is
form
the
of
Elvish word.
hoedown.
That's not the Elvish word. The Elvish word is a holla.
Oh, my bad. It was a different language.
Anyway,
With that, have you guys rolled all the hit dice you want to roll?
Yep.
Yep,
Can I
I
give him
luckily
dice
wasn't
to other
injured that
people?
much. And I will use Arcane Recovery
Okay,
to
okay, alright.
regain all my spell slots.
Okay.
Did Beldora
And-
get the extra hit points from my Song of Rest?
She did.
Yay.
And she, sort of smiles at you guys, sort of laughing and joking, and she just says, "That is the kind of gallows humor that I do miss, not working as part of a team that often."
We should probably talk now that we are safe.
And ironically, as you say that, you start to once again hear this rising crust or rising crescendo of moans and movement, and the fortifications that you've put in sort of turn and push, and as you start to hear this, you see again some of these fortifications start to crumble and give way, and the second wave of this siege has started, and that's where we're going to end for the evening.
Oh,
Yay.
we start that bear trap. We would have set up that bear trap if we had it.
Oh yeah,
We have
I've
it.
got a bear trap.
I'm sure you've got
Yeah.
it somewhere. All right.
All
So
right.
where do you want the bear trap?
I am gonna put the bear trap. So the front door's also buckling. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Bear trap it is. Let me draw.
Okay.
But yeah.
I can find the actual symbol that I have. So with that, thank you everybody. Hope you enjoyed the siege, and with that, I'll pass it back to Stephanie.
Well, thank you. I would like to thank everyone for watching us this evening. There will be no Eberron this Sunday, but we will re-begin that session shortly. Next week we start our schedule again next week with Resdelian at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. With that, I would like to thank everyone who was talking in the chat. ZLT, super fan as always. Then Macman and Soylent. I would also like to thank Kane, Phoenix, Angel of Light, Commander Root, Freddy Bot, Host Me Raffle, Cluth1, Lurks, Polize, Party Wipe Games, S1 Faka, and Slow Cool for watching us as well. See you later. Bye-bye.